Hey everyone, SW Nation here, and welcome back to a brand new Arrowverse video here on the channel. I like to stop and take the time to rank the DC Legends of Tomorrow villains from worst to best. Please note that everything that I say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list is certainly not the right list, it is just my list. You can feel free to comment down below your list of the DC Legends villains ranked from worst to best. Like, comment, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Coming in at last place for me has got to go to Vandal Savage. Now, Vandal Savage was the big bad of Season 1, and really his concept of his character was very cool. I like the fact that he's immortal, just like the Hawkman and Hawkgirl characters. I like the fact that when he dies, he just comes back to life. As long as those two characters are alive, he'll come back to life. So I love the fact that that actually happens, and also he kills Hawkman and Hawkgirl several times, several years, and he's still kicking because he takes their life form. And I love that aspect about his character. Only thing that I really didn't like was that he's bland, he's a boring villain, and really everything that I just said, yeah, it's fine and all, but I wish there was just a little bit more. We previously had him in Hero Joins Forces, but I don't know, it's just his character is just a little bit bland, a little bit boring, a little bit confusing, but the concept is great. Coming in fourth place has got to go to Mallus from Season 3. Now, I think Season 3 is the best season out of all of the DC Legends seasons, but I do believe that Mallus as a villain wasn't very compelling to me, personally. I like his final battle with Bebo. I think the effects look good, his effects look good, his designs look good, but the fact that he's a time demon really kind of, I don't know, kind of makes you not resonate with him as much, and it's really not much there to him. But I do like the fact that, yes, he is a time demon, and that concept is great, but I just don't see much here for Mallus, especially because Damien Dark and his daughter was basically the main villains, but really, they're just there to push Mallus along as the big bad. So Damien, in this season, I see Damien Dark and his daughter as the true villains because Mallus does take over a lot of characters. He does possess a lot of characters, but I just see them as the true villains here, and Mallus is just the henchman. But in terms of the season finale, Mallus is the big bad. So I think he's a cool villain. You know, he's a time demon. Kind of makes you not resonate with him a lot, but hey, his design is amazing. Plus, his CGI is very cool. I mean, if we are going to talk about how Mallus is cool, we must talk about Damien Dark. And really, Damien Dark and his daughter are a pretty cool duo. I kind of was confused by the fact that his daughter's all grown up now, but then again, DC Legends is confusing through time travel. But I do love the fact that Damien Dark is actually a cool person in the season. I mean, he's actually pretty funny. I think most of the things that I like about the season were Damien Dark scenes because they were hilarious. I loved this season. This is my favorite DC Legends seasons, and it's the best. So really, honestly, Damien Dark was probably the best part about this season. I mean, the team is great too. Mallus is alright, but Damien Dark, man, was just amazing. Amazingly hilarious. Kicking off my top 3 list has got to go to Neron from Season 4. Now, I think one of my criticisms from Season 4 is that this is basically a Constantine Season 2 because the villain motivation does stem from Constantine a little bit. It's very personal, and the fact that he actually takes control and kind of possesses the body of Constantine's boyfriend kind of says it all. But honestly, I do love the power that he can suck people's life out of their body, but his design is kind of wonky, and it just makes my skin crawl due to those tiny holes. But hey, a demon from hell, that's what's gonna happen. Before I get into my top 2, I'd like to take the time to say that if you are a fan of the Arrowverse, which you probably are, that's why you're watching this video, click that playlist up above for everything Arrowverse related that I have on my channel. Also, if you're a fan of the MCU, click that link in the description for the link to the podcast that I have. I'm doing the Marvel rewatch, the MCU rewatch, from Iron Man all the way to Spider-Man Far From Home, getting ready for Black Widow. So, if you are a fan of the MCU, click that link in the description. Without further ado, let's get into my top 2. Our runner-up at number 2 goes to the Fates from Season 5. Now, the Fates were actually kind of the villains that really I wasn't paying much attention to in Season 5 until the season finale, until I actually learned what what they were doing, what they were going on. And in actuality, these are actually real beings. The Fates were real beings in real life. So I see them as these goddess-like figures. And I love the fact that they actually represent that in the show and that they're actually pretty powerful. And I like the fact that Charlie is actually a part of the Legends, and the Legends didn't find out about it until season 5. We find out that she is a part of this sister group of evil beings. So that kind of makes her character development all the more special through the Fates. And their powers, they're top notch. I mean, they can easily cut somebody's life form, or they easily can just rewrite reality. I love that aspect about them, and it just makes them so powerful. But coming in at my number 1 has got to go to the Legion of Doom from season 2. Now, personally, I don't think that season 2 is my favorite season, or even the best season. I know a lot of people love this season. Me personally, I don't think that way, but I do think that way about the villains. I think the villains of this season are one of the best villains inside of the Arrowverse, and all of these villains clash together perfect. I like these different personalities. And the episodes inside of the season with the Legion of Doom and their very own special episodes, I love that aspect. I love those episodes because those episodes were very fun inside of the season. And I like the fact that we have an anti-hero in Michael Merlin. We have a villain that also has like a quirky side to him in Damien Dark. And we also have this mastermind villain, Eobard Thawne, that is this guy that can backstab you in any moment. So I like that aspect about the team. But really, the true villain here has to go to Reverse Flash. I mean, Reverse Flash had a plan this entire time. And really, he just wanted to get rid of Black Flash because he's been messing with time. And Black Flash does not like that. So, and in any type of moment, he would just straight up and run off somewhere and leave. We didn't know where he was going until after the fact that we found out that Black Flash is actually after him because he has been messing with time. So I love that aspect about it. But really, the Legion of Doom, Damien Dark and Malcolm Merlin are really just henchmen to Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash do get punked around a lot in this season, but I mean, at the end of the day, in the final battle, the final person that they all had to face was Reverse Flash, and I think that's amazing because Reverse Flash is an amazing villain. Alright guys, that was it for the ranking. Please note that everything that I said in this video is just my very own opinion. My list was certainly not the right list, it was just my list, and please feel free to comment down below your list or ranking of the DC Legends of Tomorrow villains. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.